Well, with tight capital controls, the use of foreign currency in China has been very limited. But as the central government moves to make the RMB more international currency, policies are changing fast. In 2013, the Chinese government allowed the use of Russian Ruble in the border city of Suifenhe in China's northeast. Our reporter Guan Yang went there to find out what lessons can be drawn from this model.
For the hundreds of Russians arriving in China's northeastern border town of Suifenhe each day for business or as tourists, using the Russian ruble locally is already old news.
We have a history of customers paying their bills with rubles long before the ruble-yuan free trade policy was introduced. Other private businesses here have done so as well.
Allowing the Russian ruble to be used locally is a step Chinese policymakers hope to increase trade and the flow of capital across the border.
Today, many Russians have opened bank accounts in Suifenhe and put their savings in there, unlike what they would do back home, like leaving their cash in apartments. And many of them believe China's economy will continue to grow and that the RMB will strengthen in the long term.
Shortly after Russia recovered from the global financial crisis of 2008, coupled with China's continued high growth rate, the two giants sought to reduce their dependency on the US dollar. The Moscow Stock Exchange started trading the yuan against the ruble for the first time in 2010. 3 years after that, China followed suit by allowing the use of ruble in Suifenhe.
I think it was a wise decision to let a designated area like the border city Suifenhe to test the water first before other Chinese cities started copying the model. And the yuan's appeal across the border today really shows the power of a free ruble RMB market.
By opening Suifenhe to the ruble, Chinese policymakers are casting a vote of confidence in yuan, and that its value can be maintained. It's still too early to tell whether the Suifenhe ruble policy will be a worthy model for other Chinese border cities. The free market, which provides the best reflection of supply and demand, will be the judge of that. And while the central government remains prudent in liberalizing the foreign exchange system, this move represents a remarkable change in thinking. Guan Yang for CCTV, Suifenhe City.